Hello. I'm cold. What y'all doing tonight? What you doing? Baby Shark. My son is watching Baby Shark. And me, it's so cold up in here that I am freaking blowing my nose everywhere. We just ate Whataburger. They got me to try Whataburger for the first time this week. And I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Got a lot going on. So I'm not gonna lie. Good man. I got the chicken tender box and it was pretty good. I can't complain. Let me see if my son wants this. If he wants it, I'm gonna give him his cookie. If he don't want it, I'm gonna eat his cookie. That's bad, ain't it? Huh? Let me get the remote. I'm coming back. That way I can turn it down. That way Baby Shark isn't like completely in y'all's ear. So they got me to try Whataburger this week. And I got the chicken tender box. It was pretty good. The only thing, you want some more cookie, man? The only thing that I have to say is the chicken was good. It was on point. However, the fries, oh my God, if you let the fries get cold on you, that was the only thing. And the tea was a little funny to me. Like it tastes like tea, but it tastes like a different kind of tea. So I don't know. But other than that, everything else was good. It just play it over and over. Oh, you're hurting yourself. You better look. You want some of this cookie? Come on, handsome. Come on. Now let me feed you then. This is the same I got. No, you like that. Why you being like that? Why you being like that? Then move. Then move. Hey y'all. What y'all doing tonight? How had y'all's week been so far? I just got finished eating Whataburger. They got me to try it. All these years, my husband and I have been together for a decade. And he could not get me to try Whataburger. And I finally tried it. I guess it's the old age just settling in me. Never had it. They don't have it here. It might be a southern thing. Where you at? Where you located? I mean, you ain't gotta tell me your exact location, like what state or country. Oh, Cleveland. I know Cleveland. My two best friends live in Cleveland. I roamed around the streets of Cleveland. Yeah, y'all ain't got that. Y'all got a couple of things, though. I heard that y'all finally got a Sonic. But it's like on the outskirts. It's not like in Cleveland. It's like on the outskirts. So they told me that y'all Sonic is. Y'all got enough though. You ain't missing out on nothing with Whataburger. It's okay. They have a Marco's pizza. They got rid of the one that was good. For real? I'm surprised. You know how many people complained in Ohio that there wasn't a Sonic? Like everybody that I knew in Ohio complained that had Sonic, complained that there was no Sonic up there. And y'all finally got a Sonic, and everybody named Mama called me and was so excited about finally getting a Sonic. That's crazy. I wonder why. Because everything on the menu, I think, caters to, like, y'all's taste buds. Because just looking at the stuff that y'all got, like the rallies and... Oh, maybe that's why. Maybe because it was competing with Steak and Shakes, which is kind of similar to them. I don't know if we have a Steak and Shakes here. But we they finally put Checkers back, rallies. I've never had them either. And y'all got that. Y'all got rallies. I never got to try it when I was up there. I always used to pass it by. I went to school in Tiffin and Heidelberg in 2006. So, and my people stay in Toledo. So I passed up quite a few things. I passed up rallies and Checkers and a couple of things that y'all got. But yeah, Cleveland was like my second home. Mm. But it could be pretty hot for y'all up there. All the nice stuff in the white areas, but that's believable. I think one of my friends moved on the outskirts a little bit because they didn't have I don't count. It's the same in the south. The same thing. It looks like it's just set up to be. Really? It's set up to be that way. Cause even us, more of the nicer things and the builds, they've neglected. They've totally neglected sides of our towns and built up in other areas. Like it looked like two different places. Same city and it looked like two different places. Son, what you doing? Glenville. I'd have to ask them. Nah, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been so long, I don't remember like the neighborhoods and stuff like that. But if I ask my friends, they'll know. And I probably drove through those. Well, I wasn't driving. My best friend was driving. She probably took me to those places. Really, Kyra? Y'all also have like weird street names. You typing that just reminded me of that. Hey y'all, what y'all doing tonight? What y'all up to? We not talking about much. We just talking about places to eat. They had me try Whataburger tonight. I'm in Louisiana. I'm surprised you don't hear the accent. They swear to God I got an accent. Everybody. Okay. What part of Louisiana? Okay, I do. I do. And it's crazy because people say that me and my husband sound different. He's from Alexandria, Louisiana, which is northern. Even though we are one state, it depends on what city you from, and we all have different accents. Like I'm from Baton Rouge, he's from Alexandria, and then y'all know how New Orleans people sound. But also too, the people from like Shreveport, they sound different than us. So it just depends on like where you from. Like the Cajuns sound different than us, but everybody say that you can tell me and my husband are from two different parts of Louisiana because we don't sound the same. Like we both sound country. The New Orleans people say we sound country. Everybody else sound country, and they sound more Creole Haitian. But us, they said that we sound real backwoods country. We country folk. Hey y'all, I see all y'all coming in. What are y'all doing up? What is it? Wednesday? Tomorrow, Thursday? My family, there isn't Pizza Walker. Oh, Walker is close. I know what Walker is. That's a little bit past Denham Springs. That's going towards. No, that wouldn't be going towards. No, that wouldn't be going towards New Orleans. That'd be going towards Hammond. Walker's going more towards Hammond. You see how my son, he just, when they say mama's boy, this is it. This is what they talking about right here. He just gotta be on me. Oh, that's the last name. Oh, okay. You know, cities is whole. Our cities are last names of people. Depending, I guess, back in the day, who owned you. I'm laughing, but that. Like the city of Slaughter, that was a slave owner. Walker was a slave owner. Baton Rouge, the city. Baton Rouge means red stick, and the reason why they named it Red Stick Baton Rouge is because they found like it was an Indian. It was actually Indian territory, and they found it was like the hunting. Baton Rouge was actually Indian hunting grounds, so they found animal sacrifices and animal findings and a red stick. So they just named it after that. I have to let me know if y'all want me to upload a better explanation of that on really, sir? A better explanation on I'll make a video about it. Somebody asked me to do not somebody, people have asked me on my last account. I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to do like haunted places in Louisiana, or like haunted and historical places in Louisiana, and just give like the history on it, because we got a lot of history, a lot of things that about our state that's not known, that's not even known to local people. I've been learning stuff this year that I'm like, I didn't know that existed, or I didn't know that was around, or that was a thing. These kids are taking over. He on top of my head, my back. Hopefully this helped my back though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if that's what you want me to do. Hopefully him being on my neck like this don't make it worse. I'm not about to bounce on this couch. It's just not about to hit. And I feel like I'm sinking in it. Hey y'all. My kids wouldn't let me be great. Mine either. They always, when you have kids, they always in your business. Look at this. Look at him right now. Like, this is just normal shit to him. Like, he just really thinks this is where he's supposed to be. I don't know. I try to cherish these moments though, because it's gonna be one day when they get older and they start going and with their friends and they don't want to hang around mommy and daddy no more. I'm gonna miss these days. So I try to embrace it and be patient with this time, because it's gonna be one day I wish that these days was still a thing. So I try to embrace it while I got it. Because one day, they're going to have to go out to college. They're going to have to go live their life. And it won't always include mama. How long legs? Yee! How you going to get down, Kyron? How you going to get down, Kyron? Oh, I guess he said mama, I don't want to feed. Yeah. You need to eat the rest of your chicken, man. Yeah, you need to eat the rest of your chicken, man. You need to eat the rest of your chicken. You need to eat the rest of your chicken. Alright, well, I'll feed you. Hold on. You ain't gonna be exposing me on live, though. It's starting to hurt my back, so I'm gonna give in. 39, and my wife has 3 other kids. They're in their 20s and they got kids. Yeah. See, those days when they start doing all that and drifting off and living their life and stuff like that, I think I'm gonna have a hard time. I know I'm gonna be in my feelings. I know. I already know. I know me. My husband might take it the hardest though. I'm thinking. I'm truly thinking. I'm thinking he gonna take it the hardest. I'm gonna show it, but he ain't gonna. I'm hoping my kids stay around. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not that type of mother that be like, oh, I can't wait for my kids to leave the nest and all that. I'm dreading that day. Like, I know I'm gonna be a hot mess. I'm gonna be crying, bawling out of control. I'm gonna probably figure out how to sell my house so I could go, you know, if they move away, how I can go be with my kids. It's gonna be very dramatic. I know it. I know me. I'm having a hard time just with my daughter with softball and letting her go. So when she, man, can I turn this down a little? So when she definitely, I don't know what the remote is. Oh, here we go. So when she, when they definitely talking about leaving the nest and going off to college and having babies and all that, oh, I'm gonna be so heartbroken. I'm heartbroken now, and my daughter's a preteen. I feel like I'm being betrayed, although I know I'm not being betrayed, but I feel like life is going too fast. Too much. Too fast. Too soon. But honestly, it's a blessing to see it. So, on the other hand, it's bittersweet. I hate the fact that my kids are growing up and growing so fast, but at the same time, I'm glad I'm here to see it. So, I have to look at the bright side of it. Hey y'all. What y'all doing tonight? I was running my lips about they had me try Whataburger. I finally tried it. I didn't try the burger though. I'm not really a beef eater. Like I have to crave beef. And that's like maybe once a month. Every blue moon. Chicken and fish is more my thing. I'm more of a lean meat eater. So I got the chicken tenders. My husband was like, "You supposed to get the burger," but I was like, "Man, I gotta really want a burger. Like I gotta really want some beef. Be craving some beef. I'm not really a beef eater." But I love cheese. So I got excuse me y'all. I got chicken tenders. I'm feeding my son. I got chicken tenders. And then it's a chicken tender box. So in the box it came, I got a video I'm gonna put out too. So in the video, chicken strips, bread, and fries. Now the only thing was with they fries, when it gets cold and it seems like they fries get cold fast. Man, them fries are so hard and so it's a flop. They need to improve the fries. I'm not gonna lie to you. They need to just hell. I would even took crinkle cut fries over there. But everything else was pretty good. And I normally get sweet tea, but I didn't care for that tea either. But everything, I got a Coke. We call it cold drink down here, but I got those and it was pretty good. I can't complain. It was a pretty good meal overall. I just know that I'm gonna probably ask them to substitute the fries for the substitute the bread for the fries probably. Like I do Raisin Cane's. Well, I substitute the coleslaw. But ow, Kyron, that hurts. I substitute the coleslaw for the bread. I substitute the bread in the place of the coleslaw. I really want them to turn off the air in this house. They do not understand where I'm coming from. I'm very cold natured. And I get cold very fast. And I'm always cold. And they don't understand that in this house. And it's hard living with them. All of them. Shoot. I feel like I'm at the North Pole. Makes me angry. Who is this new person? Coco Melon got some competition, huh, Kyra? My husband loved that. I mean, my husband. My son loved that song. You turn it up a little bit for him. If my kids don't eat their snacks, I eat their snack. So bad. But this cookie is really good. I want to learn how to make cookies from scratch. That'd be great. They had a froyo place here that we may go tomorrow or sometime this week, if I can remember. There's a froyo place and they sell cookie dough that you can eat and it doesn't have any eggs in it. I want to see if it tastes good. I noticed that Pillsbury been doing that too. They've been making like cookie dough that you can eat. Cause there's some of us that eat cookie dough instead of making the cookies. I will eat the whole thing. I will eat the whole roll of cookie dough before I even get to bake the cookies. I've always been that way. Even when I stay with my mom, she'd be like, "Who ate all the cookies? Who ate all this cookie dough? Oh, what happened to the cookie dough?" And the whole time I was eating on it. I didn't know it back then it had eggs in them, whatever. I'm still here, so couldn't have been too bad on my part. But I want to learn how to make my own cookie dough. But I want to make it, I don't know if necessarily sugar free, but definitely sweeten it another kind of way and make it gluten free. So that it's a little bit more healthy. But it's hard to get stuff like that to taste good. You have to do a lot of experimenting and put a lot of money into figuring out those type of recipes. Cause even what I'm learning, like with people, like when you get recipes off of Pinterest, you excited, huh, man? That's his favorite song too. My husband probably up in his sleep. They sleep. You alright, baby? You sleep?
Just resting.
You okay? I love you.
I love you too.
You got dirty clothes? All right. I'll put it in the wash. You ain't got to get up. No problem, baby. Huh?
I said I'm about to lay down.
Okay. Babe, you got dirty clothes? All right. I'm putting everything in the washer. You don't want to turn the TV on? Okay. It is cold up in here.
Turn it off. Oh, you can't turn it off, huh?
No, I can't turn it off. I can only adjust. Oh, they still up. They just winding down. My daughter had a softball tournament. All week she got a tournament. So she got hurt today. The ball hit her twice in the hands. So she in there resting. And my husband has been out there with her while I was at home with the 2-year-old. Because he has eczema real bad. And the heat made his eczema flare up. Like he got... It was bad. It's okay. It comes with it. She all right. That's all that matters. Somebody checked her out. A medical professional was on out there, so they checked to make sure, as long as it wasn't, ain't nothing broke. And that's all I care about. But she good. She said she's good and she can manage it. So I trust her to tell me the truth. Man, stop it. You stop it. You stop it. Excuse me, y'all. Quack, quack, quack. You read memoirs. I haven't read one. I'm more so into like self-help books. But I'll read it. I love hearing people talk about their stories and sharing their experiences and stuff like that. I've always been more like the self-help reader. So, and that's along the lines of self-help. Because if you're telling your story, that can help somebody. That's why I talk a lot. That's why I try to tell on my page. I really I value honesty, and I hold myself to the same standard. He only does that when his favorite songs come on. No, you gotta talk about it. I got children. Yes, and they need books. Please. talk about your books. And I buy them books. And my daughter loves to read. When I say love, she loves to read. Like when I get back to the house, I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to have to go live and I'm going to have to show y'all my library. Although it's very small. But, my goal is to fill my 2 bookshelves, 3, because we got one outside that I need to clean and bring back in. But I want to fill all of them from top to bottom with books. And there are so many people out here that books selling, writing, the digital. If I don't know if you got it in ebook form or if you have hard copy, but either way it go, books are very, very is lucrative online. I know somebody right now. I'm going to share her, but she is somebody that's a part of my tribe, and she can probably help you with whatever questions you need as far as the author goes. I need to get with her myself because I need to write a book. There's so much information that I just have inside of me that I need to get out, and that I feel like I'm not doing enough with. But she is definitely somebody, like, I think either last month was her first $10,000 a month. And this is real spill. Like, I'm not gonna refer y'all to anybody who is not a real testimony, like the real deal. Like, I'm very picky, and y'all gonna learn that about me, that I am very picky with my audience, like even with my family, because I consider my tribe like family, like my social media family. So if I wouldn't refer my children to that person, I'm definitely not gonna refer y'all to anybody who I think would scam y'all, or who I think would not be a good fit, or who's not trustworthy and who doesn't uphold integrity. But she most definitely is legit. I've seen her grind from the bottom. Yeah, you need to promote yourself. You gotta promote yourself. And I'm guilty of it too, cause like with my shirts and stuff, there's no way I should be making way more money. But I think because I love doing the social media thing, like I love being an influencer, I think that more so I'm gonna have to pull away from physical products. I'm gonna have to, just because of the time that it takes to create content and to research certain things and give the right information and give a good post. It takes a lot of it takes a lot of energy. So I'm gonna have to find a different way, a different avenue, because I can't be confined to like a machine, which is gonna take time away from creating content. You draw children's pictures. I like that. That's cool. Yes, you gotta promote yourself and build your email list. Build your email list. Like, what's wrong, man? Huh? But build yourself an email list. And definitely share on TikTok. TikTok has been an eye-opener for me. Like, I couldn't find myself. Like, I was on Vine in the Vine days, but I don't think mentally I was ready for what... I don't think that I was mentally ready for what Vine was at the time and what came with that. Because I see so many influencers now. I was like, dang, if I would have taken that seriously. And at that time, I was working and I had my daughter. I was worried about all kinds of stuff. I wasn't, and you wasn't seeing people like being successful at social media. It was at that time just something fun to do. It wasn't like a job or something serious. And now so many people that was on Vine have evolved past it. Do you have any advice for upcoming high school freshmen? Do you have any advice for upcoming high school freshmen? I got a lot of advice for high school freshmen. How many do you want? Is the question. How many words of advice do you? I would say don't let, because I know how kids can be in high school. Don't let the comments get to your heart. Stay true to who you are. Enjoy high school. Enjoy that time, because once it's gone, you can't get that time back. Hell, there's a lot of us, as you can see, millennials, that wish we big kids. But, sir, can I have my cover back? You like playing. So enjoy that time. Yes. Enjoy that time while you have it. Enjoy the connections that you make, and those who there are definitely lessons to learn. You're gonna learn lessons even with teachers, with friendship and stuff like that, and do the best that you can as far as your schoolwork goes. Focus on your work.
Are you ready for?
And not more so on popularity, because you're gonna find that as you keep going on in high school, you're gonna keep seeing these people, and you're gonna see the cool people versus the others, and all this competition and all this. But it's gonna be a total different ball game when y'all get to college. And then even past college, it's going to be a total different game when people start dropping out of college, when people start finishing college, when people who you didn't expect to finish college, and when people get into careers and stuff like that. You're going to see people evolve. You're going to see people change. You're going to see the world change around you. You're going to see some people still doing the same things they were doing in high school. You just have to figure out where you want to be in life and strive for that. Take everything seriously. Like, have fun, live life, enjoy your moments, but take your work seriously. Take your career seriously. Whatever you want to do, take that seriously. That's one thing that I wish that I would have had a little bit more confidence in, was my dreams and my goals, and shutting out the noise when people tried to make it seem like my goals were unrealistic and unattainable. Because honestly, I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be a backup dancer. I wanted to do that. I really did. But people convinced me that that wasn't a real job and you need to have a plan B. It's funny because now YouTube made so many people famous, so many people money that skipped even having to go through the whole phase of being a background dancer. And they just made a couple of dance videos, and now they are choreographers for famous people or in that industry, and they're making a lot of money. But I was told that it wasn't a career path, it wasn't a real job. So don't listen to that. Follow your heart, your gut, and evaluate when you do have certain thoughts. Evaluate if it's realistic. Write it down. Write down whenever you're battling something in your mind, or somebody gives you a piece of advice that doesn't sit well with you. Write down your pros and your cons. Son? Really? Baby. Evaluate your pros and your cons. Write down the good and the bad, what could what could go wrong and what could go right. Because we think about what could go wrong so much, but we don't think about all the things that could go right. And it's important to have the right people in your corner. So if you are surrounded by a lot of negative people and people that just you'll know in your heart when people want the best for you and when they don't, and when it's jealousy, because you're gonna see a lot of that too. A lot of people that was nerds in high school and they call themselves the nobodies and all kinds of stuff, they're the cool people now. Stop it. They're the cool people now. They're the people now. And I'm a sub. I was a sub. Before I had my son, I was subbing. So I would tell the children, even the ones that were like teasing kids and picking on them, I was like, you never know where a person, and I say this and people take it so lightly, you never know where a person will be down the road. And how you treat someone is very important. And people are always they may forget what you said, but people will always remember if you made them feel like crap or if you were uplifting. People will always, and they won't always be vocal about it. People won't always be vocal about their moves. A simple no thank you. And they won't even have to be ugly. You could go to a person for an opportunity, and because of how you treated them, they could just tell you a simple no thank you. It's not my vibe. So just be mindful of how you treat people and who you allow in your circle and around you, and who you're allowing to pour into you. And take your work seriously. Take your path, your journey, because you're never too young. You're never too young for anything. For anything to happen or go the right way. And society will try to make it seem like, oh, when you're 30 you'll have it all, when you're 25, and once you get that degree, once you do this, once you do that. Good things could happen at any time. It doesn't have a time limit, and it doesn't have an age limit. And that's another thing that I wish I had somebody to say, that it could happen at any time. It could happen when you're 20. It could happen when you're 19. It could happen when you're 45, when you're 50. It just depends. But you never stop. No matter who tries to plant seeds of negativity and seeds of doubt in your head, because even teachers do it. There are teachers that are just downright nasty, because some of them don't even want to be teachers. Some of them just chose that because they needed a job. But they won't tell you that. I've had to tell many students that came to me with their stories about how the teachers were nasty to them. Like our teachers back in our day, they would love to say, I got mine. I got my degree. You better get yours. So don't you gotta be aware of those negative spirits and know when to let it go and let it fly. You okay? Why you doing that? Why you doing that?
I was singing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you didn't know I was. Okay. What you doing, man? Yes, and it's sad because teachers literally, like, I feel like, I know everybody needs a job. I get it. Everybody needs a job. Everybody needs a source of income. You know what I mean? But If you're going to accept a job, I don't care whether you like it or not. That was your decision. That was your choice. You could have went and worked at a bank. You could have applied anywhere else and did anything else. You could have moved out of state and followed your dreams like anybody else would have. We all have choices. Some people choose to take risks and some people don't. But what I do know is that whatever job you take, no matter what it is, whether you be the janitor or you be the CEO or a teacher,
That doesn't really matter to us. Not at all.
or an engineer or whatever, you should always have integrity, and you should always go in treating people with respect and value. or stay your ass at home. I ain't gonna lie to you. Every place I worked at, no matter whether I liked the job or not, I knew that I chose this job. And I could have went and worked anywhere else or applied anywhere else or kept going or moved out of state or whatever. But I chose to be here. So while I'm here, I need to be the best person that I can be, regardless of how I feel, because these customers didn't do anything to me. These customers didn't choose this job for me. I chose this job, whether I hate it here or not. So why should I take that out on them? Why should I take that out on my coworkers? Why should and there are managers too that do that. Why? They didn't choose this path for me. I chose it. Or I allowed the path to choose me. And that's still me choosing. Even when you don't make a choice, you're still choosing. You know? Yep, you are so right. And that's just how I was raised. Like, my family always taught me that. And they worked jobs that they didn't really care for, but they had to do it to survive. But in the meantime, why would you go somewhere or in a space, period, anywhere, miserable, making other people miserable? Them people didn't do you nothing. And, you know, we have to start taking care of ourselves. But a lot of us, and me included in this statement, don't like to take risks or get out of our comfort zone. I have had that really bad, and I really think that caused me to miss so many opportunities and so many things in life because I was afraid to take risks, and I was afraid of a challenge, and I was afraid to think. Although I was already pretty open-minded, I was afraid to go further than that, because even when you think that you're open-minded, there's always something else you can learn. There's always something to be learned. To the day that we die, there's always something to learn. No matter how old we get, no matter how book smart we are, no matter how street smart we are, or how smart we think we are, overall, there is always something to learn. There's always something to be gained. Life is always evolving, and we don't know it all. We won't even die knowing it all. And that's crazy. Even with the internet at the tip of our fingers with Google, we still won't know it all. It's not intended for us to know it all. It's intended for us to all interact with each other and to learn for our specific journey, you know? That's good. We need to see it. There's power in telling our stories, and not only telling our stories, but telling perspectives that we think can be possibilities, because all of that everything we write, everything we do is manifesting. It is manifesting. It manifests itself one way or another, through you, through somebody it inspires, or whatever. Even the smallest thing. Oh, that's so nice of my daughter. She took my son out of here so that I could talk to y'all. You used to be in entertainment. You left because of how they treated women. You know what's crazy? Me and my husband just had that discussion tonight because we were talking about somebody. And we were talking about women and jobs. And I was like, we see all these, stories online about women and becoming CEOs and stuff like that. But that, how do I want to say it? That's a certain percentage of women. I was like, is it even worth it? When we talk in real life and we talk in day-to-day, average life, I said, is it really worth a woman going to school to get a degree? Now, people look at me when I say that and think that I'm crazy for saying that. Because even my husband was like, what? I was like, because even with the person that he was talking about, this person got a degree in what they got a degree in. Yet, they've been putting in applications because their manager moved away. Their boss moved away and shut down the business. So they were left without a job. And this person has been putting in applications ever since, months and months and months and months, to be offered a receptionist job. Now, that's not to say, that this person or anybody is above that. But if I'm going to school to be an engineer, an operator, a teacher, a nurse, in business and stuff like that, it seems like even now, even in the modern day, it seems like, because I'm really looking at the women around me and looking at the women around me and that I come in contact with and who I know in my city, it seems like they still want to stick them in the risk. Because when women could work and when they could finally start working and it was like socially acceptable for women to work, they were either teachers, nurses, or receptionists. And it seems like they're still trying to stick women in those three roles. They're gonna let a few through the door, of course, because it has to look like it's not sexist. It has to have a certain look. It has to meet a goal, a percentage goal. It has to look the part. It has to look like they have to be able to, if a case is built, they can say, we're not discriminating against women. No, look, we got 7 women on this panel but every room is full of men. The higher up jobs, where real decisions are being made, the boardrooms, and when you have anything making the real hard decisions, is full of men. And that's not to say, because I worked under some men who were fabulous. To be honest with you, it was a man who paid me the most that I've ever been paid on any job. He actually fought for my right to make as much as I was making, and he told them to pay me that much, because if not, I was probably going to walk away. It was a man it was men. So I'll never bash men, and I'm never going to talk down on men, because for the most part, to be honest, like some of the stories that women have when it comes to men, I don't have those stories. I don't share those experiences. A lot of my support, my real support, came from mostly men. Whether it be in the workplace or in my personal life, just with encouragement, protection, and stuff. Like, I've always felt protected with men, and especially with black men. I've always felt like how they say that black women are not protected. I've always felt protected. You know, now that's not to say that those men didn't have flaws and things that I could pick apart and be like, you was wrong for this, you was wrong for that, you could have did this better, you could have did that better, as anybody could do me. But I don't have, I guess because me personally, I'm so picky with my energy. And I've always been that way since I was a kid. Like, that's just been my vibe. I am not friends with everybody. I will not. My mama said in 3rd grade, and I can remember the day, there was a girl in the corner, and she was like, oh, Koresha. My name is Koresha. So she's like, oh, Koresha, there's a little girl over there. You should go over there and say, hey. I said, I don't know. I turned to my mom. I said, I don't know her. I don't want to be friends. And the funny thing is, me and her became, I said that, and me and her that year became best friends, and we were inseparable. You could not separate us at all. But I have to get to know your energy. I have to get to know who you are. I'm not just going to cling to somebody just because it's socially acceptable, or oh, everybody is friends with this person, or everybody likes this person. No, I need to determine if you're a good fit for my energy and vice versa, because I might not be a good fit for your energy. You know, and fair is fair. If I throw it, I got to be able to catch it. You know what I mean? So, back to the women in the workplace. I've had great experiences with men. I don't down men, and I'm never gonna drag men. Now I'm gonna pick points to talk about that can be improved, just like I do with women. Same thing. But to me, from what I've seen, even with women with engineering degrees and stuff, like, they find any little thing, any little flaw to demote them, to bring them back down to administrative assistants, receptionists, and stuff like that. They still want women to assume the role of caregiver, because that's what a teacher is a nurturer, a caregiver, and there's nothing wrong with that position. But hell, if you gonna have teachers go through all this shit, you need to pay them. I'm not gonna lie, they go through a lot. I subbed, and before I subbed, I had one way of thinking, and after I subbed, I totally saw I had a total different outlook, because half of the time, some of those teachers do get lunch breaks, but sometimes they do not get any lunch break. Like, I was subbing, so I didn't have like these little deadlines and things but there are so many things within teaching that I learned that they have to do. Some of them are even taking work home. Like, some of them told me that for the summertime, they're still grading papers at home during the summertime. Like, when we think that they're old, they just have a break, and they said they still have to go up to the school, do meetings, do paperwork and stuff like that over the summer, over the breaks. Not to mention, half of them are not even some of them are not even getting to have a lunch break. And then they can't go to the restroom, like talking about. And if they do try to go to the restroom while class is going on or something like that, they get questioned about it from their boss and their supervisors and stuff. It's just like a lot. And because there were even conversations I had with teachers where I'm like, well, why can't, although there are some nasty spirited teachers, there are some that are truly there that want to make a change and make a difference, and they get discouraged by that because, like I said, the corporate structure and the higher ups are dictating so many things and putting so many stipulations, and it's all about the numbers and the statistics and not the well-being of the kids, that it takes the fun and the joy out of the work. And yes, I think they should be paid more. Hell, I think nurses should be paid more for what they do. They're doing most of the damn work, If we're going to make women the caregivers, it's like being a stay-at-home. These are like being a stay-at-home mom, but you're doing it for other people. You're caring for other people, and you're getting paid for it. Same game, different look. because teachers are caring for children. You're just not caring for your children. You got to care for other people's children, and you have to care for a lot of children. A lot of children at one time. Classrooms could be up to 23 to 24 students, 25 in some cases, but you're getting paid for it. Same thing that a stay-at-home mom does. Same thing with nursing. It's no different than somebody caring for their ill parent. But you just have to do it with other people, and you have to do a lot of people at one time, and you're getting paid. Same game. Not to mention the administrative assistants who carry everything on their back, because you have, oh my God, just the work that they have to do in making sure that everything is running. Your tag say you're a healer. What do you do? I speak to people. Like I'm doing now. Do I read tarot? No, I'm not doing it. I mean, I have my cards and stuff, but I just don't. I'm not extending myself like that. I've been reading too many horror stories. Too much, and people in real life don't listen to me until it's too late. So I'm definitely not extending that type of service online, because I get frustrated with the people in real life who come to me for advice, and then I tell them what comes through me for them. I explain it, and I read them, and then they still go do whatever the hell they want to do. And then when it turns out exactly like what I said, they come back and be like, oh, I should have listened. Nope. And that's exactly why I just try not to advertise it. I don't, like, if you catch on that I'm intuitive, you just catch on. But I'm not putting it out there. I'm not. People in real life make my head hurt. Nope. I'm not telling nobody. Nope, I'm not a counselor. I'm just an intuitive spirit. Shoot. Shoot. You get me? Shoot. They know. I be seeing with like witch talk, and somebody from my hometown. Like, I'm in Louisiana. Let's be real. Let me tell you. Louisiana, they respect the hoodoo, voodoo, witchcraft. They respect the hoodoo, voodoo journey, but socially they have to cling to, it's under the disguise of the other religions. I'm not going to single them all out. But people still, to this day, seek out healers. They seek out intuitives. They respect them. Especially in New Orleans and more of your still kind of old school towns, and your Creole, your Cajun towns. They respect the healers. They might not listen to everything you say, but they have hoodoo shops and voodoo shops, and they have restaurants called like Voodoo Barbecue Grill, and which I love to eat there. Oh my God, the food is so good. If you ever see Voodoo Barbecue Grill, stop there and eat the brisket. I promise you will not regret it. And the sweet potato casserole. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to go there one day and go live and let y'all see it, or film it so y'all can see. But I heard I had family that did the voodoo. Yeah. And it also depends. It's a lot to go into. And I'm not gonna say too much, because I don't need no witches coming from me. I don't need no spiritual people coming for me. I ain't gonna say too much, but just know that there's a lot to be learned and a lot that can be said. It's not what people think it is. It's not what people And I was thinking about going and making some videos on this and making videos about it. Because it's not, I mean, I'm not going to teach people the arts and stuff like that. It's, you know, it's sacred and closed practices and stuff like that. But just the history of it to give a little more understanding. Because TV makes it seem like it's one thing when it's really not as interesting. Like, if people really saw the realness of it, it would be, they have to do that on TV to make it interesting, to make it appealing, to make it entertaining. When honestly, in real life, if you saw it in real life, in real form, it would be boring to the normal eye. It would be so, not many people would want to do it. Especially when you're intuitive and you do counsel people and people start coming to you for advice and people catch on to your energy like, she's, like you just said, everything you say is spot on. And people catch that you're that type of spirit and they start coming to you and they love your energy and people start flocking to your energy. Everybody want to be an empath until it's time to be everybody want to be an empath and everybody want to be intuitive until it's time to be those things. Because I guarantee you, it is not fun. It's not as fun as TV make it seem and as social media make that shit seem. It is a roller coaster ride. And just even with when you finally accept, because I knew as a kid that I was intuitive. I knew a lot of people thought I was weird. I knew certain things about me. We didn't know what to call it. And of course, like with my journey already started off rocky. One of my parents was Baptist and the other was a Jehovah's Witness. So I already grew up questioning religion as it was. Like I had two different sources and I would read the Bible from one church and then the Bible from the other. And I'm like, why are y'all fighting and y'all saying the same thing? Like, why do you? Because I'm like, how y'all gonna condemn each other and y'all reading out of the same dang on Bible? The only difference is God, it say God in yours and then it say Jehovah in yours. That's the only difference. But y'all compare and contrast, it's saying the same thing. It's the same text, the same information. And then when I got to college, oh, I hated it. I hated all of it. But and then when I got to college, I started running into people from different. Yes, he is my shadow. That one now, we'll see. Cause y'all, we'll probably still be doing the social media thing when they older. We'll see. He might be the one that's still sitting on the side of me. Y'all gonna be like, yep, that boy is still up under you. You're gonna be like, I remember. People remember Jalea when I was on Facebook. That's when Facebook was really a thing. Instagram wasn't out yet. But they remember even when she was a baby. And they're like, yeah, we remember when she was smaller. We remember these pictures. Y'all might be saying that about him. We'll see. Let's see how it go. He might be the one that stay with me. But, and then when I went to college, I went off to Ohio. I started meeting people from different backgrounds and stuff. Because here in the South is more black, white, and I mean, we have Hispanics. But a lot more so that's more like Texas and stuff like that. And as you keep going to certain parts of town, and we do have Asians, but everybody is so divided. Like it's not. When I was up north, I talked to everybody more so, and it seemed like everybody was more so. What, man? What? Was more so talkative or willing to have a conversation with each other versus like here in the South, everything's so fucking hush hush. Like it's so, like people just, it's weird. It's weird energy. It really is. Like everybody is interested in each other and interested in, but nobody want to talk and have a conversation. It's seen as like this. What I'm doing here on live, like it's frowned upon in Louisiana. Like people don't like to talk about nothing. Even like when people say You have to talk to your elders because you got to know where you come from. They don't like talking about that. They don't like talking about the past. They don't like talking about the history. They think that you should just let that be and move forward and move on from that. Like, they really normalize ignoring things. And I grew up staying in trouble because I just was always curious and I always wanted to know and I always questioned things, just like the Baptist versus Jehovah's Witness thing. And I think where it turned for me was my parent, who was the Jehovah's Witness. I was 13 and they said, I'm going to give you a choice. If you want to go, continue to go to meetings, you can. If not, you don't have to go. And I was shocked because my other parent, who was Baptist, that wasn't an option. you had to get up on Sundays and you had to go. It was not an option. And I thought that it was a trick question because I was like, if I tell this person, my parent, that I don't want to do this or I don't want to go anymore, I wonder if they're going to hold this against me, and I wonder if he going to start being petty. If he going to start being petty towards me. I thought it was a setup, baby. I ain't know what to say. Because, look, I had one parent that would say that kind of thing. Oh, you have a choice, so you could be open with me. And then when we make the choice that we want to make, we get in trouble. So I was like, okay, is this a trick question? Like, is he going to punish me or act different towards me or start? And no, the question, when I was honest and I said, I don't want to go anymore, my dad my dad was like, okay, you ain't got to go. And that's when I learned, that experience taught me freedom. I guess that's when I became a true, I was already free-spirited, but really learning that I had a choice like that, because I always felt like deep down anyway that both of my parents were spiritualists. I believe that they had to conform to the religions that they did because out of socialism and to survive socially, and because social media wasn't a thing. And there are a lot of people who don't agree with the religions that they're in. But I'm not going to get into that because they don't. And when they sit in them churches, they feel convicted. They don't feel settled. They feel uneasy. They know something ain't right. Just like my mama did. She said to us, she was like, I just feel like, she said, seeing y'all's faces and feeling the energy. She said, I just know that something is not right about this experience, but I can't put my hands on it. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know what to call it or what to say. I just know that something isn't right. And even with my dad, like, it was just, they both didn't act like they didn't act like how they were supposed to act. Like, he was still, because Jehovah's Witnesses, they don't celebrate holidays. He was still coming over for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that. Like, I'm like, this is not adding up, sir. And then too, I was like, y'all always told us to be honest and tell the truth. This is not truthful. You're not going to go tell them folks that you over here on Thanksgiving eating this dressing. But, yeah, you okay? You want to come sit in here with us? Mm-hmm. You could come sit in here. Go get your cover and sit on this couch.
My phone dropped.
Oh, God. She's sneaking up in here, baby. You ain't got to, you can be wherever your mama is. But,
okay.
Yeah, come on in here. You gonna be nosy anyway, baby. And I try to keep it, I gotta keep it classy for TikTok anyway. I can't cuss and all that anyway. But yeah, it definitely changed my perspective on things. And then when I went to college and I experienced other people's and started learning about different other people's religions and things like that. Because even my mama exposed us to like the Catholic channel and the Catholic people and all that. And I'm like, I was like, all right, well, I know for sure that, yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. When I tell you, yes. Baptist too. Baptist too. Because the pastors be up there. I knew that something was wrong when the pastors was up there telling people. Now, I mind you, I know my parents and the people around weren't perfect. But when you get up there and you preach to them about how unworthy they are, you're not worthy. We're not worthy. I said, hell yes, I am. Like, I didn't ask to be born. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not worthy. If I wasn't worthy, I wouldn't have been picked. There's like, I gotta look at my daughter. She's like, oh, I know my mom about to go left. Let's just say it because we got kids in the room. So let's just say, out of the million fish that swam, we made it to the egg. So
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about fish.
Okay.
The adults know what I'm talking about. The adults know what I'm talking about. So if we wasn't worthy, we wouldn't have made it. I feel like everybody is worthy. Everybody's here for a purpose, with a purpose. And you sit here and preach, but nobody is up there giving financial advice. You know that these are poor and middle class people coming to these churches, and you're not giving any type of financial advice. You're not trying to tell them how to get up out of their situation, how to make their lives better. Real programs to where they could better their lives and get better jobs and do more things. You just constantly telling them you need to tithe, you need to give me your money, but who are you helping? Like I haven't seen a sick person, a person who needed their bill, who fell short on bills. Me personally, I can't speak on. No, indeed, my mama made that crystal clear. We was not doing that walking stuff. But I don't think my dad didn't even do the walking. See what I was talking about? The contradiction.
What is the contradiction?
The doing it just to be social. Because I believe that's all it was. And there was just a lot of things that I didn't agree with. I don't agree with finessing people. I really don't. I've never agreed. I don't care who you are. You could be dressed up in a suit. You could be the fucking CEO. You could be, hell, I don't care who you are. I don't agree with finessing people and making people feel like they crap and making people feel like they're less worthy than when we all are crowned. We're all here for a purpose. Where
are the Q-tips?
Go look in the dresser drawer in mama and daddy room.
Alright.
Move your hands, Karen. I don't believe in that. I can't get down with that. And people like that, I just can't. Even to this day, like I just can't even surround myself around people. Even people who talk down on themselves and stuff like that. I be like, baby, you can't be around me like that. You gotta change your language. You gotta change what you're saying. Like, for real. I don't care if you do fall short. We all got flaws. We all got some shit with us. Every single one of us. Ain't nobody perfect. But that still don't make us unworthy. That don't make us less worthy of living a great life, because we all could. But there are just some people who are greedy. Some people who take advantage. Some people who don't mind getting over on people. I can't fucking sleep at night knowing that I messed over people. Like, I just can't. Not intentionally. I wouldn't try to intentionally go harm people. And if I did, in some way, I would try to correct myself in my situation or what I did. Like, I just can't. I don't see how. I can't, because I believe in karma, and I believe it may not come right then and now, It might not come around right then and there. And hell, it might not even come around to you. It might hit your legacy. It might hit your kids. And people don't believe in it. There's a lot of people who do not believe in that until it happens. And I try. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I try to do my best in being my best person, or being the best person that I can, and making decisions that I can live with. Because all decisions have consequences, good and bad. Hell, you could be the nicest person on earth and you still got consequences, because you have to know balance. But that is a good question. I need to meditate on that. What do I do? But I ain't telling nobody that I'm I'm not telling nobody I'm a counselor. I don't want people on the internet starting to flock to me. Nope. I mean, people been catching on because they've been watching the videos and stuff like that. Even on Instagram, people are starting to catch on. But I ain't gonna advertise it. I'm surely not. I'm not. I may, depending, I'm gonna see. I might seek some counseling to see if I should offer eventually. But I'm not gonna lie. I really don't need the tarot cards. I mean, it would be nice to do. I'm interested in just learning it as a thing to learn, because it looks pretty cool. And I like playing. I like the feel of the cards in my hands. So it would be more so like therapeutic for me. It would be more therapeutic. I don't know. I would experiment on myself more. Because I don't play with people's lives like that. Like, even when people ask my advice, if I don't have an answer or I don't feel it, I'm going to tell you that straight up. I'm not going to sit here and just make up some shit. Like, I'm not going to make up something in my mind. Like, if I don't feel something for you when you ask the question or when you come to me, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't know. Or I don't feel it. Or give me a moment to meditate on it. Give me a moment to sit with, or whatever I need to tell you. But I don't like, I don't, because I don't want nobody to do it to me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that video it's still going viral. The paying debt video. Oh, my God. It is still going viral. I'm like, people are still talking about this video. And you know what's crazy?
What?
Oh, you so nosy.
I know.
But the crazy thing is, that video, and it always happens like that. Every video that has went viral, I almost didn't make it. I almost didn't make the video, or either it was just real simple and I just went out and just did it. No plan. I mean, I never plan any of my videos. Like, you know how people be content planning and stuff? I just do whatever is on my heart, and I have a lot in my drafts. I just do whatever I feel, or whatever I feel in the moment. I don't plan none of my content. I just make it and I save it, and sometimes it's a lot. But I was like, this is coming to me, and I've been wanting to speak on it. Let me just make this video. And I was afraid to put that one out. The pumpkin spice and everything nice. And then it's something else that's going viral.
Sugar?
No, it's something else. It's another video that's going viral. I can't remember what it was. But I thought it was going to offend people. I was like, I just feel, my son just flipped through the comments and I saw somebody say there's no money in art. Yes, baby, it is. There is money in art. Better learn to make them digital prints. Learn to make digital files. Digital files and ebooks. Ebooks, digital files. I buy a lot of SVGs, and I have to show y'all what that is. So if you know how to draw, people buy journals. You just have to figure out how to convert your art and make it sellable. You have to make it you have to convert your art into things that people want. Like, maybe you can design a journal or a notebook, or SVGs. A lot of people who use Cricut and who use the Silhouette use SVGs because they making t-shirts, they making tumblers, so they need digital files, they need files, the little images, so that they can print that on their cups and tumblers and t-shirts, and you can determine if it's gonna be for personal use or commercial use, or and make your money that way. Etsy is a good place for that. It seems like Etsy is going more so from people creating handmade things, like physical handmade things, to digital handmade things. Or either you're a supplier for the physical hand maker. Yes, that and back to the pay debt video. Everybody does. Everybody. And nobody is exempt from that, huh?
I'm gonna go to sleep in my room.
Go ahead, baby. Nobody is exempt from that. Everything that I do as a mother, my children will have to, that will affect my children in some way. Whether it be emotional, financial, or whatever the case may be. All this have to be paid. Whatever I do affects my children. And it affects my grandchildren and their grandchildren. It's all going to be an effect. And yeah, though they may not have done it themselves, they are a part of my legacy. They are a part of my body. They came from what I created. And they are a part of what I created. So people are going to attach. Yeah, they're going to have their own lives aside from me. But they'll still be known as my legacy, my children. So if I'm nasty to people, yeah, they may like my daughter and all that, but they're going to still remember, your mama was nasty. Some people are like that. Her family. That's why a lot of people want to know who your family is, who your people is. Who's your family? Who you related to? That's why if you could say one name and the right name, people will jump through hoops and hurdles for you because of that person and their reputation. Yep. And go with that. Don't let anybody, if you know that you do not want to have kids, I commend anybody who doesn't want to have kids who sticks by that. Because there are a lot of people that will try to make it seem like you should live a certain way of life. And I believe that we should all be free to make our own choices of what we want our life to look like. As long as we're not, hurting people. Who cares if a person doesn't want to have kids or wants to have kids? You should be free to make the choice that you can live with as a person, because nobody's going to have to live that life. And I was surprised that this came out of a man's mouth today. A man. And I looked at him like I whipped my head around. And then I stared at that man when he said it. He said, yeah, everybody loves and adores the baby. Loves and adores a baby until it's time to watch and take care of a baby. I said, sir? I said, sir? Sir? That came out. What? That came out of a man's mouth. Everybody loves the baby. Everybody wants to hold the baby and let me see the baby. And, oh, you having more children? Are you gonna have any kids? And when that baby come in, it's crying. Oh, it's time for me to go now. Oh, you found somebody to watch your baby? Oh, I can't watch that baby because I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go out of town. I got this and that, and yeah. but you stuck at home with the kids. And even in the marriage life, you know, my husband is a great husband. I have no complaints. I mean, I have some complaints. Just like I'm sure he has some complaints about me. But we're not perfect. And in our roles, we both have to do different things. We both have to catch parts that the other falls short in. And definitely with us having children and them being 8 years apart, my daughter's in softball, my son is 2. They're both demanding a lot of us at the same time in different ways. He's 2, so he needs more as far as learning how to talk. His eczema, he's a baby right now. He can't really like defend himself and be on his own, like talking about. Versus my 10-year-old, she needs more attention in softball and going to practices and going to lessons and stuff like that. It's pulling us in different ways. And nobody is stepping in to help. Nobody is stepping in to do the work. Nobody's stepping in saying, hey, you need something with the baby? Hey, do you need me to take Jalea? Hey, do you need me to do this? Nobody is going to step in. Nobody is stepping in. Because everybody else is living their lives. And it might not always be that people are intentionally trying to harm you or want you to fail and stuff. But people, especially right now, and just the way that systems are set up and things are set up, people have their own lives that they are trying to keep intact themselves. We don't have grandmas no more that can sit at home because they receiving a check from the government and stuff. And their kids is dropping them off some money to take care of their child and stay home and all that. And even in those times, they lived hard. They lived a hard life because of that, you know, because there was no real help. And you had to lean on grandma who was barely holding on because she was sick, you know. We got to talk about all of it. I don't want to, like in my story, because I said I need to open up about the whole, even just me breastfeeding, the postpartum, the being a mom and stuff like that. Because there are a lot of teenagers on this app. And yeah, I may not be able to get through to everybody, but that ain't the goal. Maybe there's somebody who's going to run into what I have to say, and it'll make them think and consider things in their life a little bit more. Yes, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I had family members that was sick, and I didn't see no churches helping them. I didn't see no churches paying for their doctor's appointments or surgeries or anything that they needed to. That's why, like, even with what I'm trying to build and what I'm trying to do in life, I couldn't trust charity to donate to a charity. None of that has ever sat right with me. If anything, I would have to build my own charity. I would have to build my own. That way I can make sure that with that money and what's coming in, that people's doctor visits are being paid for. People's children are getting the clothes and the school supplies. And it would have to come through me. I'm not taking my money and dumping it into people and hoping that they're doing the right thing by people, knowing damn well some of them are not. No. So if I do anything for breast cancer, it's coming straight from me to the cancer patients. If I do anything for back to school, it's going to come directly from me and it may not even be just me giving them cash or the money, just the supplies. I would make sure that they got the supplies that they needed. Because you can't trust that everybody's doing the right thing. And because of the shift that we're in and what's going on in the world, it's revealing so much that has been covered for so long. And we're learning that We truly and honestly cannot trust everybody. People gotta, even online. Like, I bought courses, but I bought courses after I have to see you. You know, I have to see what you're about, because there's a lot of things that even, there are a lot of people who have ripped me off online, and you just got to be careful. And that's why I showed myself, like, I mean, I could do better as far as coming on live. You just got to be careful. And that's why I showed myself, like, I mean, I could do better as far as coming on live. But I'll be like, I don't know if people have the patience to hear my kids in the background, because that's not going to stop. Although Kyron is asleep now and Lay is going to sleep. And she will try to, if she know that I'm doing something, she'll try to keep him quiet or keep him entertained. But I try not to, I try to utilize my daughter when I truly need her, because I don't want her to feel like that kid that is hoping to raise her sibling. That's not her job. So I want her to be able to be a kid, because you only get one childhood. You know, no matter how hard it is for me, this is the decision that I made, not her. So but that's no excuse. I mean, I've been on people's lives and their children was loud, and you know, I thought nothing of it. But there are some people that's just a little, you know, picky. Although I don't run into that kind. I've never personally had it happen, but just for no, my head a little itchy. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's allergies. But it ain't no excuse. I'm just making excuses. I'm gonna go live a lot more. But I try to show people the realness, the authenticity, because that's just who I am, and that's how I've always been. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have the energy to lie to people. Like, I really don't. Like, let me tell you. So once my mother-in-law caught on to that, she caught on that I'm very honest, and like, it bothers me to lie. Like, and if I'm a bad liar. Like, I cannot do it. Like, I cannot. Like, it's so bad that people know to just leave me out of things if they're gonna lie. And people just, or either they blindside me if they gonna lie. Like, they just go ahead and do it. That way I'm like in the matrix with it, and I'm kind of shocked. So I'm still kind of processing it. So I don't have time enough to ruin the lie. So, like, it is to the point where my mother-in-law used to be like, well, my husband would tell her something, or she'll ask him a question, and she'll feel like he lying, and she'll be like, okay, don't worry about it. I know who's gonna tell me the truth. Gracia, come here. I was like, oh no. She'll ask me the question, and my first thing is, why are you bringing me into this? I have nothing to do with this. And then she'll be like, just answer the question. And I'm like, no, that's how you know. That's how you know something bad, the truth is about to happen. Because I'll be like, why are you bringing me in this? Why do I have to be asked this question? Like, I just want to stay, out of this. Then I end up telling the truth, and she'll be like, I knew he was lying. My mom, I think that's where that comes from, because she was like, if you tell me the truth, I won't whoop you. That was her thing. I won't spank you. If you tell me the truth, I won't spank you. But if you tell me the truth, if you tell me the truth, I won't spank you. But if you lie to me, I'm going to have to spank you for lying. So we just always told the truth. And sometimes she would be shocked that I told her the truth. I'm like, I mean, you said that if we tell the truth, if we tell the truth, you're not going to spank us. So that was the deal. So I'm going to just tell the truth. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, you're going to punish us. I know that much, but at least I won't get a spanking. So I'm just tell the truth. I have to lie for her. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and make things worse. Shoot. And to this day, I just People be like, nah, we can't include her. She gonna tell the truth on everybody. She gonna just be honest. And that, like, people be getting annoyed with me in real life. They be like, she too honest. She gonna tell the truth. She gonna tell on all of us. We gonna have to leave her out of it. So, all right, y'all. I think I didn't talk to y'all enough. I'm gonna have to. My baby is asleep. I'm about to probably go to sleep myself. Give me some sleep. Hold on. You mean if I don't do my homework, we're going to McDonald's? She, all right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Good night.